Hello everyone, how are you all? I think you are enjoying my lecture, my classes, and many of you have shared to your friends and you have liked lot of comments I am getting actually, and some of the students have also subscribed the channel also. Thank you a lot. And today the awaiting chapter, that beautiful chapter you are awaiting or we are awaiting to discuss this chapter. The chapter is class 7 social science, chapter 2 understanding weather. What is the meaning of understanding weather? What is the meaning of weather? And what is the meaning of climate? And what is the subject matter that is connected to or that is connected to the topic we will be all detailed discussing today. And without delay, let me talk to you what is actually weather and what is actually a climate is. The weather is a day-to-day experiences of heat or cold is called weather actually. So when we discuss the topic understanding weather, we need to understand what is weather, what is climate, and what are the mechanism connected to this chapter or this topic we will be discussing or I will be teaching to you. Okay. So once again, what is a weather? Weather a day-to-day experiences of heat or cold. So that you or I experience sometimes we feel heat or cold, and that is the meaning of weather actually. Every day, every moment, weather changes. Maybe in the morning it was very sunny, and in the afternoon it rained, and obviously the climate changed. Sorry, weather changed. That you had a morning time, is a heat, scorching sun, and in the afternoon or in the evening you got a heavy rainfall, and then your weather is changed from heat weather to cold weather. Therefore, the day to day, the every moment experiences of heat or cold is called weather. Then what is climate actually? Climate is a longer period of experiencing of same heat or cold is called climate. Here it is written climate is a permanent weather phenomena. Permanent weather phenomena of rain, heat and cold is called a climate. For example, we can take Rajasthan. Rajasthan, Jaipur, the northwestern part of our country. See, especially in India, northwestern part of our country, Rajasthan, Jaipur, they have a permanent type of weather phenomena is called, or they are having or experiencing the permanent type of weather. Therefore, it is a climate. Or, for example, any regions of the states or country have a same type of weather phenomena, weather experiences, heat or cold for longer period of time is called climate. Okay, what is weather and its elements? Now we will discuss what are the elements that is concerning or concern to the weather. There are 3-4 elements. Many elements are there actually, but your book is giving actually 3 elements like a temperature, precipitation and wind, humidity also. So okay, what are those elements of the weather? Temperature, precipitation, wind and then humidity. One by one, what is temperature? One by one I will be talking to you. So directly or indirectly, this temperature, precipitation, wind, and humidity is connected to weather or climate. Okay, what is temperature? Temperature means a day-to-day the heat or cold experiences is called temperature. When our body is heat, we know the temperature goes high. When we feel little cold, our body temperature goes down. That is the even when sun is scorching sun by scorching sunshine by 12 o'clock or by noon, it is very heat and the temperature is high. And when in the afternoon, when sun goes down and sun sets, then you have a sun rays power is less, and then we have less temperature. That is temperature is so feeling of heat or cold is called temperature. What is precipitation? Precipitation means it's just a rainfall. Rainfall, when evaporation takes evaporation and condensation and the cloud making and the rainfall. When that rain cycle, very well in science, you may be learning that is this rain precipitation rainfall also is connected with the weather. Suppose once again I am talking. See, early morning or in the morning hour, first morning hour, you had a scorching sunshine, and in the afternoon you got a heavy rainfall. It rained heavily. Then your whole weather is changed from heat weather to cold weather in the afternoon. Then wind. What is wind actually? Air mass blowing to a certain direction is called wind. An air mass together, an air mass blowing in a certain direction is called wind. And then humidity. What is humidity, and what way this wind is also connected to the weather? So obviously wind also is connected to weather one way, that when we are settling or our house is nearby the sea, then we get that coastal area get lot of wind. And then that coastal belt coastal region people, coastal belt area people get a type of sea breeze. When they get sea breeze, their climate or weather is of a different type, or distancing from the sea belt or sea region, maybe distancing from the another part of the country, far away from the ocean or sea, they will not have any sea breeze, and they will have a different weather. This way, the wind also plays an important role to talk about weather and climate. Okay, humidity. What is humidity? Humidity is nothing but a moisturing part of the wind or moisturing part of the air is called humidity. In air or in wind, there is a rainy type of moistures are there in the air. A type of rain substances are available, that is called humidity. And when the more humidity, we'll have lot of sweat. That's all, my dear students. And temperature, precipitation, wind and humidity is directly or indirectly connected with the weather. That's all about the elements of the weather. Then observing nature's clue. This one more point you need to keep in mind. The competitors, please keenly observe my class and keenly try to listen the class. Okay, what is actually observing nature's clue when we talk in related to the weather and climate? The olden days, there was no so-called technology was not improved, and there was not any detective devices were not found. Even people just simply what they observed the natures in order to know the climate or weather of the atmosphere of the area. Or see, for example, cows and buffaloes, they sleep and nearby the grass. That signifies a type of weather. Then they say that skylark is flying in the sky, which is flying just below to the surface of the earth. When then they will come to know that the weather is something wrong, or the weather is not conducive to that bird. Even the animals act accordingly, seeing the act of the activity of the animals, seeing the fish in the ocean or water, they used to conclude that it is going to rain, or it is going to be a scorching heat today. That's what observing the natures, people used to know what type of weather or what type of climate is going to be tomorrow or today. This way they were observing nature's clue, or nature was becoming a clue for understanding the weather and climate. Observing the natures of the or activity of the animals, people used to conclude that today it will be a hot weather or is going to rain. This way they were concluding. Weather instruments. What is weather instruments? Temperature, clinical thermometer. See, weather instruments. See, connecting to the weather and climate, there are weather instruments. What are those weather instruments actually? Temperature. You see, in order to know temperature, there are a lot of devices where devices are technologically improved or devices were set. These are clinical thermometer. Clinic, hospitals and small medical clinics, they use a lot of small clinical thermometer to measure our temperature. Actually, temperature measuring, heat measuring instruments. These are clinical thermometers, laboratory thermometers, even scientific laboratories. A lot of devices are there to measure the heat, cold or heat of the same area. Even a blood bank, when we go, the certain type of temperature measuring devices are available. These devices are laboratory thermometers and digital thermometers. These digital thermometers, every houses now you can have. My dear students, keep in mind, these all clinical thermometer, laboratory thermometers, digital thermometer, these all thermometers are directly or indirectly connected to temperature. When connected to temperature, temperature is connected to weather. When heat temperature, then weather is different, heat weather. When temperature is cold, then cold weather. Therefore, when day-to-day experiences of heat or cold is cold weather. See how these devices are connected to temperature, and these temperature measuring devices are actually thermometers. Clinical thermometers, laboratory thermometers, digital thermometers, and then last electronic sensor. What is actually electronic sensor? It is a highly sophisticated instrument or device which can detect the temperature. Detect means which can easily measure the heat and cold of a person or heat and cold of an atmosphere or area. That is called electronic sensor. Easily it can detect. And these all clinical thermometers, laboratory thermometers, digital thermometers, electronic sensors. These are all detectors, detective devices. These detective devices are measuring the heat or cold of or cold of an area or of a body or of a surrounding. This is what we can say. This is detective devices. These are all detective devices, and these devices are connected with temperature, and temperature is connected with weather and climate. My dear students, yeah, I think it is a lot of complication, you think, but it is very easy. Hope you are getting my classes. And next is atmospheric pressure. The atmospheric pressure, when air mass is with a lot of nitrogen, helium and carbon dioxide, oxygen together mixed, our atmospheric or atmosphere pressure is more. Then this is called atmospheric pressure. The more carbon dioxide, the more oxygen or nitrogen together makes an atmospheric pressure. More pressure it will, and that atmospheric pressure measuring device is called barometer. Keep in mind, Kavita, what is the name of the measuring device of the atmospheric pressure और एयर प्रेशर को मेजर करने वाला डिवाइस को क्या बोलते हैं भाई? कविता, कैन यू से? दिस इज कॉल्ड barometer. Okay, next wind. Wind, as I said, what is wind actually? It is, my dear students, it is my creativity, my own sentences I am giving. Wind means it's a air mass. Wind is an air mass which blows in a certain direction is called wind. And this wind measuring, in meteorological departments here and there in big cities and big countries have different stations, air stations. These air stations, even when they measure the wind, when cyclone comes, meteorological department predicts that it is wind speed maybe per hour 200 kilometers, and heavy cyclone is coming. A terrific cyclone is going to occur, and then how much wind speed will be there, all they measure. And what is that measuring? Wind mass, wind pressure or wind measuring machine is called anemometer. So what is called the wind measuring instrument? It is called anemometer. Okay. Then next is humidity. Again, humidity also I have talked there as I began the class. Humidity means nothing. Raindrops, bun bun pani. When it is seen in the air or wind mass, then it is called humidity. Humidity means air mass or air drops are found in the wind is called humidity. Then this humidity measuring device also is there. Humidity measuring device is a hygrometer. See that, Kavita? What is the wind humidity measuring device? It is called hygrometer. Okay. Then weather stations. This station to calculate or measure the weather or climate. There are also weather stations are being planted here and there. And say Visakhapatnam, like big cities, Bangalore, in Indian countries, in India, in so-called science city called Bangalore. In Indian context, I am talking. See, weather stations are there, and all the instruments are available there. What instruments? Not that instruments that you are going to operate somebody's body. All instruments are found in the hospitals and medicals. Not that instruments. Weather stations have a meteorological departments. Plantations are there. They all type of heat and wind measuring. Or this one, see called barometer, anemometer, hygrometer. All those instruments are available in the weather stations in every big towns and cities. Okay. Last one, automated weather station. No human activity is needed to measure the temperature, measure the wind mass, measure the rainfall. Somewhere I forgot, I think the rain gauge is there. Even rain, how much the country or the play area had how much rainfall, how many rainfall we say, that is also there. The rainfall measuring instrument is called also is there. Rainfall measuring instrument is also is there. Okay. Then next is automated weather station. That means no human hands are working. Automatically the machines and devices are measuring and foretelling or forecasting the weather. The next tomorrow or day after tomorrow, after 1 week, whether it is going to be rained or no. All the instruments are such a highly sophisticated instruments technology has been set that all the weather stations without the human operations, machines and technologies are predicting the climate. That's the automated weather station. The rain gauge I was talking. Rain gauge means the rain measuring device is called rain gauge. It is not mentioned. You may be learning out of my class. Okay. Predicting the weather. Predicting the weather. So हम लोग तो भगवान नहीं है भाई. We can't say tomorrow it is going to rain. I can't say, or you can't say. Only the meteorological department meteorological department, the scientists, they study, they observe the phenomena of the weather, the wind mass, the heat through these all instruments, and they can predict that meteorological department of the scientific department predict that tomorrow is going to rain, or next week up to how many days this we will be having the heat waves, or how many days after we will getting so called monsoon season this year, or after how many days there will be a cyclone or tornado, or so this is what the meteorological department is measuring or predicting the climate or weather. My dear students, I think it is not very much critical or sophisticated, or it is not very much complex, easy language I am using. But I'm very sorry, hardly I use Hindi, but English to English, a lot of word you need to just concentrate that words I have written. Even the competitors, those are preparing for competitive exams, these words are very important. Like for example, see the air atmospheric air pressure measuring machine is called barometer. Even wind measuring machine is called anemometer. Even humidity measuring device is called hygrometer. Even weather stations, all those things are very important. Even rain measuring, how much rain did the area had, how much amount of rainfall the actual place got, how much rain, that measuring system of the rainfall measuring machine also called hydrometer, or not another rain goes, they say. That's my dear student. And climate also I discussed, and whether you how you understood already all devices that these are for temperature measuring devices, you need to keep in mind all together, especially the competitors, those are preparing for competitive exam. And class 7 students, please be careful to learn all detail, and if you are not able to understand, you may give feedbacks to me. And all the meanings and question answer of this chapter is given in the below description box. Yeah, you need to like the class. First of all, you need to like the class, you enjoy watching my YouTube channel, and you need to do also little bit interest to share with your friends. Stay tuned. Thank you. Bye bye.